implement technologies can be very costly. In the beginning, it's like you start a new business, right? Nobody can say, hey, I would like to open a new restaurant with no money or no plan. An organizations, in order to prepare for the new innovation, they also need to have a very careful budget, and then the investment necessary for these particular innovation to come in.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the new episode of Workforce 5 Show. We are all working in the show to help our businesses and companies to be a better place for everyone. And we focus typically about productivity. And in this episode, we're going to focus about how we use technology to use the better productivity for the company so that as a company can achieve much more bigger goal. So today with me, we also have a guest, which is Tran, who's been working in technology field for a long period of time. And with this one, I want to move to the last question with you, Khang. Is this one. Yeah. What should be the top 3 strategies to implement successful change management in a company for tech? Like an example, a company wanted to implement technologies to improve their workforce productivity. What should be your top 3 suggestions for implementing that change successfully?
Well, the first thing that the company could do is to basically have a strategy plan in place where the top management should have different debates and talk about what the operation changes that needs to be there for the implementation of the new technologies or a new innovations. For example, if you talking about let's say a hybrid solution for HR, where would it start? It would then have to be able to plan accordingly, and then there are different phases where this plan can be put into maybe a temporary period where it will test it out and then implement later. Okay, that is very important. The next thing that I think that is also important is that you have to be ready in terms of the monetary, the financial situations, because implement technologies can be very costly. In the beginning, it's like you start a new business, right? Nobody can say, hey, I would like to open a new restaurant with no money or no plan. So an organizations, in order to prepare for the new innovation, they also need to have a very careful budget, and then the investment necessary for these particular innovation to come in. You already mentioned in the earlier situation is that training for the employees must be there, obviously, because the employees cannot just pick up the new innovations on technologies by themselves. Without training or proper guidance from the management, everybody would do their own ways, right? And it's not very healthy for the whole organization, especially different level of management and different departmental environment treat innovations or technologies differently, And last but not least, everybody must be on board, right? Otherwise, you would fail to carry on these technologies or innovation from the get-go, because if the management do not support your ideas, like one of the things that I always look at is Google, for example. um, the management support the employees with their ideas. That's why they have all these apps, Google Map, Google search, translations. Those are ideas from employees. You source these ideas from the people that working with technologies, and ask them, hey, would this work in my company or in our company, and what do you think? And Google, what they do is they would allow the employees 20% of their working time to work on their own project that eventually benefits Google. And you see all these if you click on the Google apps, and you see that there are over 20 different apps altogether, right? And these apps comes from employees. And so motivations for the different levels of the employees to embrace the technologies that your company is going to have is very important. And I think that John, you did a very good job in pushing these agendas, and helping the employees with the mindset that they could be empowered themselves to carry on the torch, and there's the always is that the managers or the boss is always in the back of their shoulder and watching over what they are doing. Like 20 years ago, I was working in Ernst & Young, and we were talking about people that are using smartphone with chat so much, and we would like to control them, and nowadays, so what if they spend some time doing their chatting, but then maybe in their right mind they would then do something beneficial for the company. And that's what we should kind of put in their mind, that we support their innovation, we support their ideas, and we give them the tools to do that. And then we would then expect in return their commitment, their embrace in the technologies and their ideas.
Thank you, Khang. You brought up a lot of interesting points, and thank you for complimenting my work. That I really appreciate that, and that definitely means a lot. Mm-hmm. From my side, I will be sharing 3 strategies. There could be a lot of strategies we could do, but due to time constraint, I will say 3. Number 1 is about when we want to implement a proper change related to technologies, about to promoting the workforce productivity. Onboarding the right leader is the number 1 priority. And I have seen so many organizations struggling to having the right change management because they have not the right leaders leading the changes for the organization. I mean, there is no alternatives than that one too. We try to take things from here to there, and we see what we have, because that's what's the cost efficient way. But we need to look more about the benefits, that the ROI of doing it. Then the cost will be a lot more smaller than it should be. And if it doesn't make sense, we shouldn't be doing it, or probably we need to find a better way of doing that one. That is not the problem. The problem is about having the right leader is so much important, then a change could be successfully implemented in the organization. That's number 1 strategy. Number 2, every organization has their own problems, own business model, own strength, own weaknesses, own cultures, own type of people too. So having a standard change management process and project management process will not work for every organizations. Yes, PMI given us the Bible to understand all those change management processes and project management processes too, but those need to be very much well crafted and customized for the company specific problem and company specific culture. Like I said, the problem, the business model we're trying to solve, why you're doing it, the culture, the people working attitudes, the age groups, all things we have to be considered and have to customize this model in terms of change management and project management, and then we have to apply in the organization. And that should be the number 2 strategies. And I've seen a lot of companies doing it wrong. Number 3, getting the help too late. Like an example, companies are started to do these things and the change management is a disaster failed. And now they're looking for help, looking for agency and consultant to come in. It's too late already. First of all, the things got way too much complicated right now. Secondly, everything new has a great momentum. When you push something in the beginning, it has a momentum. It's much easier to carry on and bring it to a destination. So when we fail means the train already fall off from the bridge to the water. So now we're calling off from external partners and client and consultant to come in to pull that train out of the water through a big machine of crane and then put it back to the rail. And then we're fixing the rail and fixing the bridge. And then we're finding a new fuel to push the train forward. How much extra work are we doing? So why don't we get the right partner and consultant on board in the organization very early stage to make sure that we have the right rails in place, and then the train is going on time, and we save a lot of our resources and time and effort and headaches and stress, and get the return of investments of that initiative way faster. So that's the 3rd strategy. Thank you, everyone, for joining the session. And thank you, Khang, for joining this episode. We had a lot of passionate conversations. I have taken a lot of notes from your sharing to how we can use technologies to build a better productive cultures and increase the productivity of the company too. So today we are in this episode, in the 2nd episode, where we focus about the technology. So thank you, Khang. It is a pleasure to have you in the show. Before we wrap up, would you like to share any key message for the audience?
Well, thank you, John. It's been a pleasure. I think that we should do this more often. And I think that it's you hit some of the key points there where, don't wait too late. Seek for consultations or bring experts on board, right at the beginning of your ideas and innovation. That's very important. And thank you for this opportunity, John.
Thank you, Khang. It is a pleasure to have you, and I would love to have you again too. So for the audience, we put our heart together, myself and also Khang together. We put our head together to only one purpose, to help you, so you could use those different mental models, tools, and strategies we share with you, so you can use it to make your company a better place, better, more productive, and more successful in your business too. And that's the whole purpose of this Workforce Flywheeler show. If you have any questions about any of those things, go ahead and comment below. We'd love to give you an answer. If you're trying a particular things which we have shared in our show and you find any particular challenge, or go ahead and comment below too as well. And if you're one of the experts watching this, also please share your thoughts about workforce productivity as well through technology. We'd love to hear from you and probably have a next discussion with you too as well. Thank you very much. It was a pleasure to have you in the shows, and we'll see you in the next episode.
And you probably wanted to see the whole podcast episodes where we share a lot of strategies. So don't forget to click this video right now so you can see the whole episodes where we share a lot of strategy. Click the video right now and I will see you there. Are you a leader or an HR professional? So for you, this is a great channel. So don't forget to subscribe